What is up, my friends? Bringing you another Gamer Lost Ark video. Banger Gamer. It's going to be on my Reaper. Why do I like my Reaper? Some raw gameplay of a Guardian Raid and a Chaos Dungeon. You should know the routine by now. My Reaper is 50-50, Hunger Spec, full Relic Gear, 1460. I still do Bird on this character, just because I don't feel like hugging on item level Cungolanium. That's the same reason why I do it on all my 1460 Lopangs. But it's going to be kind of talking about whatever comes to my mind, why I like the class, and just raw gameplay again. Nothing cherry-picked, you can just kind of see how it plays. For real, for real. Nothing crazy one way or the other. I have my 1460 Deadeye still to do as well, and a couple of my main 6, which I will get around to doing, as long as you guys keep enjoying the series. Interested if I should do my Bard as well, because I do enjoy my Bard, but it's a little bit less flashy with damage and stuff, since it's a support, obviously. While we're walking to the Bird, if you guys could like the video, helps out the algorithm, and of course subscribe if you want to see daily Lost Ark content. I wouldn't complain there. Helps you get notified when I upload. I know a lot of you are unsubbed, but still watch like all of my videos. But let's get into this Birdman. So, you can kind of see there, the counter, this Nightmare, a very good skill. I like it a lot. And it's the skill a lot of people enjoy, Yama. Basically, it's just a really good counter. And as a Hunger Reaper, you can hold your counter, because the only thing it does is counter and apply a corrosion debuff, which Shadow Vortex already applies, so you don't have to use it to apply the debuff. You can hold it, which I enjoy quite a bit. I like classes that can hold their counter. Look, I can also counter from behind it. That's another thing that I really like about the Bird. I'm a bird. Oh, I'm a bird. That's another thing I like about Reaper. I didn't get that counter, but you can counter from behind. You just have to be directly behind the boss. And when you use the ability again, it has to put you directly in front of the boss, like if you were going to counter it normally. If you don't do that, then you won't be able to counter it, but hopefully you get what I mean. My counter's down because I used it to get behind the boss. See, that's the only other like real application for Nightmare, your counter, is to reposition yourself. And if you can't tell, that's another reason why I quite like Hunger Reaper. It has a lot of mobility abilities, so you have a lot of options in order to hit the back. This is an entropy class, and normally entropy classes are a bit hit or miss, because if the boss decides to be a spaz, it's very hard to hit the back sometimes. But with Reaper, Hunger especially, it doesn't feel too bad, because you have so many different tools to utilize in order to reposition yourself. So I generally don't mind it too much. And another thing, the rotation is you basically just press a couple red skills, you use your Shadow Vortex to reset the cooldowns on all your skills, and you just keep pressing whatever lights up, basically. It's a really chill playstyle, and it reminds me a lot of Shadowhunter, which is probably why I enjoy it so much. A very mobile back-attacking Shadowhunter. And you can kind of see, yeah, the damage isn't the highest, necessarily, but it's not like the damage is bad. But that was a birdie bird. Now let's do some Chaos. Quick little Chaos Dungeon. I use the exact same spec for Chaos Dungeon. I haven't looked into it too much, because the Chaos Dungeon clear is fine with the basic build that I'm using. I'm sure you can optimize your Chaos Dungeon set a bit more. And also I could swap to Betrayal if I really wanted to. But I'm very lazy, so if it's not like horribly bad, I'm not going to bother. Like Bard, I'll swap to Betrayal for, but other classes, unless they're like god-awful, I'm not going to bother. But, like, you can see what I mean. It's not terrible. It's since all of your skills have a pretty decent AoE. And as we get onto the next floor, it'll be even better since the red crystals will keep resetting our cooldown. Sorry, the last floor. But yeah, I mean, just something about the Reaper. I dig it, you know? It has good sound effects to it. The abilities sound chonky. It just feels good to play. And it sounds good to play. Again, I think audio and visuals matter a lot on a class. Yes, obviously if the numbers are bad, it's not going to make the class any less bad. But to say audio and chunky sound effects and decent visuals don't improve a class, I think is disingenuous. Because it just makes it feel better. Just good, man. Look at that. Shit blows up. What more do you want? And another thing I like about Hunger is the chaos meter. The red stuff is not really hard to manage. You don't really have to worry about it too much. Even if you can't hit a boss, just use a purple skill once every 8 seconds and you'll keep it. That's about the most management you have to do. And Adrenaline, again, isn't really a managed skill at all because you're going to be using Shadow Vortex every 3 seconds or whatever it is anyways. So that's why I compare it to like a back-attacking Shadow Hunter, because it's very, I wouldn't say brain off, but you don't have to think about like what you're pressing at all once you have the muscle memory down, if that makes sense. You just have to focus on positionals and how to use your abilities to reposition properly. You don't actually have to worry about your rotation, because it's just, once you get the muscle memory, you just press buttons over and over, right? But anyways, let me know what you guys think about Reaper. Let me know if this helped you decide on to make a Reaper or not. I know a lot of you use these videos for that purpose, and that's exactly their intended purpose. So I'm glad it seems to hit the mark with you guys. I'm glad to see you enjoy these kind of videos. Oh, we're done. See, that was quick. But I guess I'll wrap up the video now. Sorry about that. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys enjoy Reaper or are going to make a Reaper. And of course, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you want to see daily Lost Art content. And consider becoming a YouTube member today to help support the channel. You get a cute little Makoko badge next to your name, and it's like a Patreon sub. Alrighty. Brother Chris out. Bye.